One of the things that's difficult for us to do sometimes is to self-assess. It's probably one of the greatest opportunities that we have to grow as a leader if we're willing to take a chance. There's a tool that's called a SWOT analysis that's used very often in business. And SWOT is an acronym. It stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, if we're honest, many of us know what our strengths are. We know what we're good at. We know what we like to do. And even if we don't, there are more than a myriad of opportunities to discover what that information is. Hopefully by now you know what your core passions are. You know what your personality is. You know what your strengths are. If not, find an inventory. Just kind of Google it and find a resource that you can begin to take to clue you in on that information. If you're really daring, go to your close friends and family members and ask them, what are my strengths? And if you had to weigh in, what would you say that I was passionate about? That W in the SWOT analysis is weaknesses. These are our trouble spots. These are the areas that we don't do well in. This is where we mess up in life. And it's really hard sometimes for us as leaders to embrace that we have weak spots, that we have things that we don't do well. But the amazing thing about acknowledging and embracing my weaknesses is then I could begin to build a team around me of people who are strong in areas where I'm not. And it really takes a load off of my shoulders when I'm willing to say, I'm not good in this area, and then empower someone else to use their strengths in an area where I'm weak. So you have your strengths, you have your weaknesses. These next are your opportunities. Opportunities are areas that you could be great in if you take a chance. And many of us have heard about this before. This really falls into the area of our lives where we have dreams, where we have passions, where we have ideas, but we're scared. We haven't taken a chance yet. You could be great in that area. You could be the next singer. You could be the next world-renowned chef or artist. You could be the next photojournalist, but you haven't taken the chance yet. Opportunities are areas where you could be great if you apply your passions and skills, but you need to take a chance. And finally, threats are your blind spots, the stuff that you're overlooking, that you're not even paying attention to, that can totally derail your ability to lead effectively. And that's where you got to get a group of people around you and say, hey, what are some things in my life that I'm overlooking, that I haven't paid attention to, or that I've intentionally ignored, that can be detrimental to my life and leadership. So if you want to grow, especially this year, and especially if you're an emerging leader, if you want to grow as a leader, take that personal SWOT analysis. Ask yourself, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Where are my opportunities? And what are my threats? And not just record the information. Once you have the information, act on it so that you can be a better leader for years to come.